Hey everyone, Matt here from Doctors of Running, and today we're going to do a sub 2 review of the Adidas Adizero Prime X and talk about stack height. So this is a Supermax super shoe essentially with a 50mm stack height in the heel, a 40mm stack height in the forefoot. It is a massively tall shoe, kind of narrow throughout in terms of the midsole, so more of your like performance training shoe is what I would call it. Not a great shoe for easy miles, really best for like up tempo efforts and maybe tempo efforts, just trying to hit those longer distances and keep a lot of cushion underneath your foot if that's something you like. For me, I found it like surprisingly stable in the forefoot, not so stable in the heel, right? So like again, a little bit narrow heel, very strong bevel here. So but the best thing you're gonna feel here is if you want tons of cushioning, this is gonna be your shoe. So there's lots of it. The fit is almost like a half size like long. So I'm usually a 10, a 9.5 worked just fine in this shoe, and Bach was able to run in it. David's having a similar experience. But yeah, so sizing with the Adidas is going a little longer, so you might want to size a half size down, but up to you, depending on swelling with longer distances. But I want to talk about what stack height is, and this is a great example. Stack height refers to the amount of midsole underneath your foot. In this case, 50mm in the heel, 40mm in the forefoot. That's beyond the limits normally for legal racing shoes. But what that talks about is the amount of foam there, right? Sometimes it's softer, sometimes it's not. A lot of times with more foam there, you're up much higher off the ground. That doesn't mean inherently more protection from the ground, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean more protection for your joints. As we found with much higher stack height shoes, people tend to land harder, or they adjust their mechanics to the shoe and they might land a little bit stiffer because the shoe is a little bit more inherently either unstable or softer. So know that that refers to the amount of foam underfoot. More isn't necessarily better. You have to figure out what works for you.